so where we finished up last time, we were using comments. We can comment lines of code out, or we can put comments in that are meaningful to us. And you'll see here we've got a hash in front, which means that the interpreter ignores the code that follows, or it isn't code, it's text instead. The following code demonstrates the use of conditional statements. Mike, what do you understand by a conditional statement?
A conditional statement is a statement whose expression is evaluated, which then determines the flow of the program.
Okay.
For example,
now in English.
We can compare two variables or two values for equal than, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and the output is either true or false. So when you do something like less than, the condition is the first variable less than the second variable. If it is, then we do this. If it isn't, then we do this.
Okay, so we ask a question, and we need to find out whether the question is either correct or incorrect.
Yeah.
And depending on whether it's correct or incorrect depends on what we do next.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a little look at how we can do that in Python now. So, fairly obviously, in most languages, I think, we have the common if statement. So, what would we do with that? So, let's say if 1 is greater than 2, you'll have to bear with me on this because it's just syntactical stuff. This is how the Python language, again, like in German or French, you have to obey the rules. What I'm doing here is I'm saying if 1 is greater than 2, and I always associate that colon there with meaning then, but if 1 is greater than 2, is 1 greater than 2, Mike?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either. So, if it is, I'm going to print
amazing.
Amazing, yeah. And if it's not,
of course.
so what would you expect to happen if we ran that then? Bear in mind that none of this up here does anything because I've commented it all out. As a matter of fact, what I think I'll do is I'll just get rid of this because it may confuse the viewers. So let's just get rid of that. So the following code demonstrates the use of conditional statements. So if 1 is greater than 2, print amazing. Else, which is also something which generally goes with if statements, print of course.
Else can be considered as otherwise.
Otherwise, yeah, if that one isn't true, you can also have a statement which is else if, but we'll come across that a bit later on. So we're going to run it, and what does it say? Of course. Now, let's just play about with the logic a little bit and say, well, if 2 is greater than 1, is 2 greater than 1?
I think it is.
I think it is. So if we run that now, what would you expect to happen, Mike?
I would expect that to print amazing.
I would too, you know. Okay, so, and there it is. So, I've got a way in which I can control the flow of the program, and that's what a conditional is. So, before runtime, I may not know what the outcome of an evaluation is, because it may depend on the input. Remember, we could input information from the command line. This information might be coming through a serial port, or it might be coming through a wireless connection or whatever. We don't actually know before we run the code what the answer is. If 2 is greater than 1, 2 will always be greater than 1, and I could run this code a billion times and then still get the same answer. So that's hard wiring it. But now we know about variables, because we've done these in some of the previous exercises. So what if I said this? If A is greater than 1, now, be a little bit careful here, because there's another little trick we need to know first. But Mike, how do I bring things in from the command line?
I would go with an input.
Okay.
Input function.
So, let's say it's A equals input. And going to say, please enter a number, okay. Okay. So that should be fine. So what would you expect to happen if I ran that then?
Well, if you enter a number, then I would expect that number to be compared to 1, to be greater than 1. And if any number that you type in is greater than 1, it will print amazing. If you enter a negative number or 0, or potentially not a number, then it will become of course. It will print of course.
Okay. Right, I think I'm aware of something that's going to stop that running.
There's potentially a typecast issue there, isn't there?
Well, let's just run it and see. So please enter a number. I should have put a space after the thing there, 'cause it's not very neat. So I'm going to terminate that program, which I do with Control C. And if I push Control C, that means I terminate that program where it is, and I go back to the command prompt. That's useful, because quite often you'll start a program that might run for some time, and you don't want to run it because you know there's something wrong with it. So I'm going to go back into my code here, and I'm just going to put a space at the end there, because it's going to look neater. I'm going to save it with Control S like I did before, and I'm going to run the module. Now it looks a lot better. Please enter a number. So if A is greater than 1, so if I put in 2, remember 2 is going to be put into A, according to this instruction here. What I would expect to happen, although this is sort of a basic question, what I would expect to happen is I would expect for amazing to be printed. Do you think it's going to?
I think it's a 50-50 at the moment as to whether that's considered a text.
Now, look what happened here. Mike, do you want to explain that error?
Okay, what's happened here is that the compiler interpreter has said that we cannot use the greater than symbol when we have instances of strings and integers.
Okay, so where are the strings and integers on here?
Now this here, this 1 here, because it's not in speech mark, the interpreter will consider that to be an integer or a number.
Integer is a number, right?
Yeah. And because this input returns a string, i.e. something that would be in speech marks, it will consider this to be a string. So what we're saying here is this string greater than this number?
Yes.
And the compiler says, no, we can compare strings and we can compare numbers, but we can't compare a string and a number.
Okay.
So we have to flip one of these variables, either this one to be a string or this one to be a number. Now the easiest way to do that would be to cast the output from this input function to force the compiler to tell the interpreter that the return, I want you to convert it into a number. And
So at the moment it's a character,
or
or a series of characters, because it could be 100, 200, 300 or whatever, but it's going to convert that list of characters into a proper number.
Into a number. So we'll put it into this function called int. And what that will do, the int function takes an argument which isn't a number, or it could also be a number, and then ensures that it's returned as a number.
Okay, let's try this then. So at the moment the test case was that it's going to ask me to enter a number. I'm going to put 2 in, and that should give me amazing. So let's run that. Control S to save, get fed up with saying save all the time. Run the module, so we can't see it, it's not at the bottom of the page, let's just neaten that up. So, please enter a number. So I'm going to enter the number 2. And it says amazing.
Amazing.
Right, let's run that code again, and I'm going to put in -1, because -1 isn't greater than +1. So, -1. Out comes, of course. Well, that's absolutely magical. So we can carry on doing that. So now let's do put in 0. So as we go down here, if I put 0 into A, if 0 is greater than 1, and clearly it isn't, it's not going to print amazing, it's going to print of course. Isn't that incredible? Right, so let's just extend this a little bit more now. So we've got the magic way that we can enter numbers in here now. So let's just do it on the if statements now. So if A, now you'll just have to trust me about the syntax again, because what happens in many languages is this double equals means is equal to, or directly equal to, or equivalent to. So what I'm saying here is if A is equal to 1, print, and let's just change the text now. So
The reason for that, of course, is because a single equals will assign a value to a variable.
yeah,
And we don't want to assign A to become 1. We
Yeah.
don't want A equals 1. So we use 2 equals to say that we want to compare, not sum.
okay. So we saw the else before, so if the first one's false, the second one's true, but we've got another piece of logic here where we can say else if A is equal to 2, and we can carry on doing that for as long as we want, basically. So cut and paste is your best friend with these, so we're only going to go up to 4. And else if A equals 3, oops, 3, and 4. So what we would expect to happen, I'm going to enter a number.
You could maybe add an else at the end of that.
I could, yeah, that's a good idea actually. So at the end of that, you think it's going to work okay? Should be okay, shouldn't it? Right, so what do we expect to happen? It's going to ask me to enter a number, I'm going to enter a number. If I enter 1, it says you entered 1, if I enter 2, it says you entered 2, and so on. If I enter a number, not 1, 2, 3 or 4, I would expect it to say not a number 1 to 4. Okay, let's see if that's true. So let's do it. Oh, invalid.